Hi, this is Miss Vistillos from Bristow Middle School, sixth grade. And today we're going to be talking about naming conventions. So, naming conventions are really important because it has to do with how your work is organized. So, this is a sample. This is one of my classrooms from last year. And I had it organized into categories. And within those categories, I used specific naming conventions. So I want to even go further to naming conventions of the categories themselves and talk about how that helps with organization. So you can see this is pretty organized. I have my due dates on the side here. I have the dates the assignment is assigned, the day next to it. I try to keep that consistent. So I go date, day, and then the type of assignment, and then usually more specific. So date, day, the 14.4 is the unit that we're on, and then what kind of assignment it's a view, and then what part of it. So that worked really well. It's just the problem became that those categories became too big. When categories become too big, then you have to find a way to split them up and make them smaller. If you look through, you have to keep clicking view more to get further and further. And in the beginning, I was even splitting things up into three parts for one day, which just became too many assignments for kids. There was too much to do. As you look at the top ones, it's one group of assignments per day. So like here, this 4-9 Thursday, it would have all been under one group and I would have had all the work linked there in one spot. Let's see if we can find a good example of that. Thursday view parts 1 and 2. So instead of having everything done separately, it's all linked right in there. There's notes linked. It makes it really, really helpful. Everybody's turned it in. It's all been assigned and graded. Okay. So organization goes with the naming conventions, thinking one assignment per day. And then I wanted to name those categories too. And I looked and did some research, and I'm going to put a couple of links in under this video too about organizing assignments in Google Classroom and naming conventions. So that should be some more information if you need it. I'm going to show you how I reworked the same class. So this is my silver group. I have a blue group too, blue and silver, go Bears. And let's go to that blue group, how I've already reworked it. And it didn't take very long. It took me maybe 10 minutes to change it. So what I did is, one way you can do it is by unit, and that might be really helpful if you are a 7th and 8th grade teacher. You might do it by unit, or you might do it by subject if you're an elementary teacher. So elementary teachers might have all their math in one spot, all their reading, all their language arts, and then 7th and 8th grade might have each of the units. For me, I'm thinking it's going to work to do it by week because that gives all of the assignments for that week in that one section, and it might keep it more organized for students. I did ask students how they felt about the organization, and they were really, really happy with it. So I think this will just be another layer on top of what I already did. So we can look, this was kind of our last full week of learning that we had. And 526, 527, 528, 529, there's that date, day. I might switch it around. I might do Tuesday, if I'm going to do it in a week like this, I might do Tuesday 526, Wednesday 527. I might switch those two next year, then having the categories. Really thinking about how I want to do it. And I just did that with a few weeks to kind of show you how it would look. So you're a student, you're going in, and you're like, oh, here's all of my math work for the week. Oh, look, this week it's just a project. Here we have some review. And if it's not quite in the order that you wanted in, taking a look at this week, oh, I've got 515 here. If I want to put that down, I can just grab and slide it all the way to where I want it to. If you click on the assignment itself, it opens it up so you can see the links I have in the assignment. But if you click and drag it, it moves it where you want it to be. So I can just quickly reorganize things. And you can see how having naming conventions would really help with that, because I can quickly get things in the right order, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and be able to make quick sense of it. So again, naming conventions is a very common thing in organization on electronic and digital resources. So making sure that you're keeping it consistent. You don't have to have it the same necessarily for your grade level or school, but if you have shared things, I would. So if you as a grade level are going to share resources, those naming conventions are really important to make sure that everybody's accessing it the same way. All right, it was just a quick video. So thank you for listening about naming conventions, and until next time, keep practicing. I hope that you have a great day.